being of an enormous age, I'm old enough to be able to observe the whole of the kind of history of rock music, or rock and roll, whatever you want to call it. And every once in a while there's a kind of return to the wellspring, you know, if you like, to gather fresh inspiration. And people then reappear from this source with a kind of adjusted music, which obviously to a lot of people that went around with Blue Beat and Ska and the first mod things were going on anyway. So those people, it will all appear to be new and fresh.
There is awakening of interest in all kinds of new styles. There's reawakening of interest in all kinds of old styles. There are millions of different permutations and combinations of styles, old and new.
Who knows what may happen next? I should hate to forecast it. I mean, the Radio Times just been asking me to forecast what happens in the 1980s, and I really avoided the issue, because it's the not knowing from which you derive the greatest pleasure, the unexpected nature of it all.
Slowly feeling ill, can't explain the way I feel. People die and so will I. It could be slow, it could be quick, slow. It all seems such a waste. God will give you just one taste, only one sip of his wine, only one life, cats get 9. Feeling bored, that's no fun, being out of touch with everyone. Click my fingers, crack my toes, I'll kick the dog and break its nose. Intellectualise it all, to prove my mind still on the ball. Or go spy on the neighbours next door, listen to them through the wall. They do the same they did last night. First they argue, then they fight, then they screw just to please me. It's just about more fun than TV. People die, I will soon, and then I won't write any more tunes, and I won't stand here and talk to you and wonder what the fuck to do tonight. 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 Dying slowly, feeling ill, can't explain the way I feel. People die and so will I. It could be slow, could be quick, slow. It all seems such a waste. God will give you just one taste, only one sip of his wine, only one life, cats get 9. Feeling bored, that's no fun, being out of touch with everyone. I'll click my fingers, crack my toes, kick the dog and break its nose. I intellectualise it all, to prove my mind still on the ball. I'll go spy on the neighbours next door, listen to them through the wall. They do the same they did last night. First they argue, then they fight, then they screw just to please me. It's just about more fun than TV. But people die, I will soon, and then I won't write any more tunes, and I won't stand here and talk to you and wonder what the fuck to do tonight. 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 Tonight.
So I'd become involved with the new music and interested in it, fascinated by it, and the people involved. Granada let me do 2 series of a thing called So It Goes, which put all the new bands on in 76, well, late 76 and 77. And suddenly I had nothing to do in it. And a friend of mine was managing a band, so I went into managing the band with him. And then that band was making its first gig and didn't have a club we didn't want to play any of the old clubs, so we had to start a club, which was called The Factory. And then we wanted to put a record out in the autumn of 78. That was the spring of 78, in the autumn of 78. And there was no record company, so we thought we'd put a record out and call it Factory Records. And then Rob and Joy Division were going to go to Warner Brothers subsidiary, and they thought, well, the way that the first thing worked on Factory, maybe we could do more with it. That was Rob's idea, and it just all grew. It keeps on growing, and you keep doing new things because you want to do them. And then afterwards you think, Well, that's really a good idea, that.
There are just more bands about than ever before. There is more variety. I just think that, you know, that people are going to continue to form bands, they're going to continue to form independent labels, they're going to continue to launch ventures like this film.
It often does base around a sense of place, and Manchester, for a variety of reasons in the late 70s, was extremely vibrant, and that culture produced at least three bands which are, you know, of major importance, all of whom work with us, and we work with them. In fact, Factory Records is a cooperative of the management of those three bands. It's not even a record company, you know. So yes, it couldn't have happened without the spirit of place and without the creativity that came out of Manchester.